Welcome to this episode of Love Rocks. I'm your host, Roxie Johnson, where I will be exploring the love of people, places, and things with my lovely guests today, AINSLEY BURROWS and LAURIELLE NOEL. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Listen, I'm so excited, like seriously, okay, because I couldn't decide. Okay, so you are a married couple.
Yes.
Married couple who are also very successful business partners.
Yes.
Yes, success is, even though it's
Yeah.
relative, I would
Yeah.
say, outside
Yeah.
looking in.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, thank you again for allowing us to even be here in your space to talk to you and explore the love of people, places, and things.
Yeah.
So I want to start with you, L'Oreal.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I just want to start. So I was just doing a little reading about you. So you are a Haitian American. Were you born in Haiti?
I was born here. My parents immigrated here in the 60s, late 60s. And I was born in... I'm kidding. I was born in 75, so...
Right before me. Just like 1 year. Okay, so you're born in 75, raised in Baltimore?
So I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
In Brooklyn. Okay, so this is where you all met, in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Well, and then my family moved to Massachusetts. So I've been around a little bit. When I was a teenager, we moved to Massachusetts, but New York was always where I was going back to. So as a young adult, New York was like the place.
Yeah.
And then we met
And then you
in
met.
New York.
New York is one of those places I feel like you have to either be very young when you move there, like in your 20s, or just like grow up there to actually have a full appreciation for it. I didn't move up there until I was like in my 40s, and I was just like, not so much. It's me against the world every time I open the door. I don't know. But
I agree, because New York, for me, being there as a young person, and then when we moved to Massachusetts, my world became very different demographically. So I knew I needed to get back to New York, and the hustle and bustle of New York was always calling me. And you're right, as I got into my 40s and where we are now, I was like, I gotta go.
yeah, like I gotta get out of here.
And yeah.
It's like we like the city life, just not so congested.
And not so fast paced.
Yeah. It's so many people there that it's almost like nobody sees you. I'm like, it's like,
That's an interesting way to describe it. I don't know. You make your little enclaves. I had my enclave first in Manhattan, and then I had my crew in Brooklyn. So I feel very seen in New York.
okay. Awesome. I love that. I was like, I need to do it again. I was like, maybe, Love Rocks will take me there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So the other thing that I thought was interesting, you went to law school.
I did.
Okay.
I graduated from Georgetown Law in '99, and I went straight into corporate work at PricewaterhouseCoopers, one of the big, I don't know how many they are anymore, accounting firms in this country. So yeah, it was, my life has been through, I want to say different lifetimes, different chapters, all wonderful, all leading me to here.
I was going to say all connected, right? Because now you are the CEO of...
Yes, Burroughs Inc.
Burroughs Inc.
LLC. Yeah.
Yes. And speaking of barrows,
Yes.
here's a barrow from the barrow.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, another one. So, AINSLEY, you are obviously a very talented painter. They, described in your bio as a multidisciplinary artist.
Yeah.
What are the other disciplines?
So my first love is writing.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
Oh.
Hold up.
And this is why I show up.
So my first love is writing. I've been writing. It's the longest I've done as a writer. So I write poetry. I wrote poetry for years. Traveled all over the world, like all the major cities in the U.S., all over Europe, England, Switzerland, Denmark, Germany.
Wow.
As a performance poet for years. Matter of fact, might be going back this year to Switzerland to do like a 5-city tour.
Oh, well, let me know because I haven't been to Switzerland. We'll have a great time.
So, and I also write novels. So I have 2 published novels, and I have 3 that's I'm working on. 2 of them are finished, and 1 I'm still working on.
I'm trying not to look so shy.
Also,
Like, yeah, wow, that's
also,
great. I
Let me
love
tell you,
this.
he has a whole compilation of 20 years of his poetry in a book this thick. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
What's your inspiration? Like, if you had to choose a theme of something that inspires you overall, as far as your poetry, what would you say that is?
Most of my poetry is political. Because like I'm from a tradition of like activism and people that make noise or say something. In my younger years when I was growing up, I'm doing poetry at events with Dr. Ben, John Hendrik Clark, Kwame Ture. Like those are the people that I grew up around, like coming up as a poet. So I can't go up there and just do any old thing, right?
Right.
I also do erotic poetry at the Sweet Spot.
Right. That's what when we get to that.
Yeah, which is a thing that's neglected in kind of like revolutionary activism writing. People don't talk about sex or sexuality, and it will always be one of those things that lessen us if we don't connect with all of our humanity.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure I have that conversation.
Yeah,
Also.
because Sweet Spot Nation is a
Yeah.
burlesque show,
Yeah.
right? But it's not just a burlesque show. I've been a couple times.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's like it's upscale.
Yeah.
I would use, it's an upscale. It's not raunchy in any way. And it is in a lot of ways an expression of freedom in various forms. So even with you as multidisciplinary, there's multiple ways that you can do burlesque.
Yes.
Well, I've even seen you perform reading poetry, but also not just reading. It's not just the poetry that you are reciting. It's also the dress that you choose. It's the way you command the stage, and both of you have that, and I can see why you are equally yoked as a couple and very successful in what you do. The Sweet Spot, that's been over 20 years now. Congratulations to you both on that, and I am grateful that when you dropped into Baltimore from New York, from the Bronx, when you came here, that I don't know how long you have been here, but I think I may have been one of the first. I mean, met you early on.
We met you early on. We've been here 3 years.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how long I've known
we
you.
We met you, I think probably at the first
Sweet
show. No, not the first. This first show back here after the pandemic.
The first Sweet Spot?
I think so.
Oh, that's 2022. Yeah, that's early on.
The one where Ron
2022.
was. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like, grateful. Like, and it's, to me, I feel like, it's your energy made me feel like instantly comfortable, and I call us instant friends. Like, if you don't agree, don't say it on camera. Okay. And the other thing I didn't know. I knew you had Jamaican heritage. I didn't know you were born there.
Yeah, I was born in Jamaica.
And how long did you live there before you went to New York?
I moved to New York when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So I went to high school in Jamaica.
Oh, so you from Kingston?
Yeah. So like the school in Jamaica is different in that like I started high school at 11 years old.
Oh wow.
So high school starts at the 7th grade in Jamaica.
Okay.
So I went to high school for 4 years. In Jamaica.
So you're a genius then? That's what you're saying.
No. Actually, I did skip a grade, but like in Jamaica, you could be in high school at 9 years old also. Because you have to take an exam when you're in the 4th grade. If you pass it, you can go straight to 7.
Wow. So we need that.
Yeah.
We need that.
So just like if you're able to do the work,
go ahead.
Then do it.
Yeah.
Why are we holding you back?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then I came here and I had to do the entire high school over, but I had to do it in 2.5 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But you did it.
So I did.
Tell them it was easy.
It was easy because all right. So no. I'm telling you what. Also, The work in the U.S. is easier than the Caribbean because the stuff I was doing in the 11th grade, in the 7th grade in Jamaica, they were doing in 11th in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah, like I was learning about the Peloponnesian War and Xerxes and Sargon and all this stuff, like ancient history, when I was in the 7th grade in Jamaica. When I got here, I was like, hold up, this is, you know,
Already?
yeah,
Now that's another level to explore. Okay,
yeah.
because I have 1,000 questions about that, but we could be here. I want to jump into the next segment of the show, which is called the memoir moment. Basically, where I ask you guests to choose a prompt that has been sent out in advance, and those prompts I always like to repeat them so everybody knows what they are. The very first one is to talk about an act of love that someone showed you and how it impacted your life. The second one is to talk about an act of love that you showed a person or people, how it impacted their lives and yours. And then the third is to describe a series of events that led you to a person, place, or thing that you love. So, who would like to go first? Because I don't know again which prompt my guests choose, so it's surprise, surprise.
I guess the first prompt.
The first one, so the act of love that somebody showed you and how it impacted your life. Okay.
Yeah, and I think I want to give two examples. It's with the same
It's your
person.
time. It's your
It's
time.
my
Set
space.
details, your space. This is your moment. We're just here to make you feel heard.
I like that.
Perfect. So going back, since it kind of got conjured up for me, going back to the early years right after I graduated law school and I was working corporate in Manhattan, I met a best friend of mine. His name is Michael Thompson, and he currently lives in London.
Okay.
He's been there for quite a while, actually. There were two instances of acts of love that he showed me that impacted me forever. And to me, they felt like acts of love. Other people might not necessarily interpret it that way. But the first one was it was around 24, 25. I call it, quarter life crisis. You're in that young age where you're trying to figure out yourself, your life.
What am
where
I supposed to do now?
What am I doing? What do I believe in? All the things. I knew that I hated working corporate. It wasn't for me, but I didn't know how to get to the next step. And I remember very vividly, we were on the subway because we lived a couple blocks away from each other. We were joined at the hip. We were on the subway, and I remember just heart-wrenching, like, there's no way for me to get out of this job, and it's so hard, and I can't figure it out. And there's, and he's like looking at all the possibilities, like, no, there's so much you can do. And I'm just like, no, the way they treat me here, it's a dead end, da da da. And I just saw
Nothing.
roadblock. And he was like, no, it's just you. And my body resisted. How could this be? I was just like hit with a ton of bricks. And I think I was mad at him for like a day.
You were like, no, mate, don't tell me the truth and make me accept it.
Yeah. I was mad at him for like a day, just like, but then when I absorbed it, and the way he said it was with so much like, I see you, And when I absorbed it, finally, I was like, wow, it really, that started turning things around for me. Because it was from that conversation that even though I couldn't see my way clearly, I decided to go with my company to Paris for 2 years because I was like, well, even if I have to do corporate in Paris, at least I'll be in a different environment. I'll have new doors open, things like that. So that started that wheel turning. So it just really impacted me deeply. And the second thing that maybe was even more impactful was he shared something with me that was personal. And he asked me not to share it. And I broke his trust and shared it with a mutual friend of ours. And I'm not sure if he found out or if I told him or what it was. I think I might have told him. And he was really disappointed. And I was so crushed, you know, I was like crushed. And I remember going back to my apartment and just feeling like I had ruined the best friendship I ever had. And he called me the next day like, hey girl, what we doing? And I'm like, wait,
cry.
what? I know, I want to cry.
I know.
I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, like we do things together every minute of the day. What are we doing? And I'm like, but I thought you were mad. He's like, yeah, that was yesterday. He was like, we're friends. And it really showed me a different level of friendship and how friendship, I didn't understand that part of friendship.
The forgiveness part.
The forgiveness part. And you can make mistakes and know that, and just be settled and comfortable in the love that you have with a friend and know I can make mistakes. And that doesn't mean they're going to throw me away. And that was just...
We're not throwing a baby out with the bathwater. Oh man, that is an act of love, to have your eyes open to your own humanity and the humanity of others, and be in a safe space to be able to just say, I'm not perfect. You still love me, and the love is, it may be, feel, unconditional in that way. A lot of times, should love be unconditional? We can go back and forth about that. We can write a whole book about it. Next novel, right?
Yeah.
But in some instances, we do need to feel like it is.
Yeah.
And shout out to Michael for...
Shout out to Michael.
Yeah.
And it taught me how to love in my friendships going forward. You know, it taught me that, I can be mad at a friend and then
still be their friend.
Yeah.
He was like, and I'm never saying nothing again. I'm not bringing that. Another lesson learned. He was like, I'm never going to do that again. Okay. He was like, your secret is safe with me. Like, I mean it, for real. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. That was a good one. These are the first 10s that I've shared on my show. I have to say. And he did a good job. Yeah. No, I'm good. No, we're not good. Yes, give me a tissue.
Okay.
We can always cut. We get tissue time. Hey, Love Rocks Nation. This episode of Love Rocks is lovingly sponsored by Gravity Bar and Lounge, a true home base located in the heart of Baltimore's Mount Vernon. That's right, they truly knocked it out the park with this one. Where else can you get late night meals made from scratch, craft cocktails, and that dive easy feel we love? That's right, I love it too, and it is Love Rocks certified. So come on down for some karaoke, community, and family vibes always. Gravity Bar, come as a guest, leave as family. Every time I leave, something keeps pulling me back, and it'll pull you back too. Love rocks.
Let's come together, put the I in community.
Okay. So the first one is to talk about an act of love that someone showed you and how it impacted your life. The second one is to talk about an act of love that you showed a person or people and how it impacted their lives and yours. Or to describe a series of events that led you to a person, place, or thing that you love.
Okay. I think I'm going to do the one, how you impacted somebody's life.
So number two.
Number two.
Okay.
Right? And it's a regular story, right?
Ain't nothing regular. It's impactful.
So I'm at a poetry event. This is probably like 2008, 2007, around there. And this young kid comes up to me and he's like, yeah, I heard about you, blah, 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 blah. I want to be a poet like you that travel and perform and blah, 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 blah. And I'm talking to him like, so what's going on with your life? He's 16 years old, and he's like, he's about to drop out of high school because he wants to be a poet. And I'm like, okay, first off, if you drop out of high school, I can't mentor you. Like, he's like, yeah, but they're not teaching me anything that, I could relate to, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I think what's happening is you don't feel challenged.
You're bored.
And because you're not challenged, you think, you don't have to learn that stuff. And I said to him, what I could do, I could give you a reading list, that you could do your schoolwork, but this stuff will challenge you. And he's like, all right, bet, you know. I gave him the most difficult books to read. I gave him Dostoevsky.
Oh wow.
I gave him Ben Okri. Um, what else I gave him? I gave him like 3 books, like just to start. And he hit me back in probably like 2 weeks. But I just finished those.
Whoa.
Told him other books. And that became kind of like how we built our relationship. And he finished high school, moved to California, did college, moved back to New York, and is working at Stuna School of Visual Arts, SVA. Is it SVA or no school? I think it's SVA. And he's thinking about starting his own art school.
Oh wow. Is he still doing poetry?
Yes.
Oh, that's
So it's just like, for me, it was just a simple thing of just helping somebody just not leave high school. But you could see how that could impact people. So like, as just a part of what I do as a human being, as an artist, it's like if somebody comes to me like, hey, I have this issue, is anything I can do to help? I do. Because it might not be a lot to you, but it could be a lot to that person. That's it.
So they say when you help people, it's not always it's a selfish or selfless act.
Yeah.
Because when we help people, we are really getting things out of it. So
Yes.
the second part of the question is how it impacted you. And then go ahead.
Oh, it like for me personally, that changed me as a person also. Because now the way I think about helping people or giving to somebody becomes a part of how I live my life. Because I see how doing something really small for somebody or if something really big, it changes like the entire trajectory of somebody's life.
Somebody's life.
And that makes me feel good to just be like, yo, it's my people. Like,
It is about
he's at one of the top art schools in the country.
I'm sorry, it's tissue time.
That's real life, you know? And like, and just sometimes to see the people that you're around, because after a while it's not a mentor-mentee relationship anymore. Like you become friends. Like this is my people's, right? And to see him like go and win national championships in poetry, just to see all of that it's just you feel good too. Like you get the same serotonin rush in your brain,
you should. And just the fact that like just thinking about what you had to do to be in a place for her to point you out as the person to even trust to say, I'm about to make the biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah.
And he probably in the back of his mind knew that. Like, I'm about to drop out of high school. Everybody knows that's not the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But he came to you almost probably unconsciously looking to be saved.
Yeah.
And you were in a place, in a position to do that. So that is very, 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 very impactful.
Yeah.
A great act of love. And I'm so happy that you shared that story. Oh, God. It was something else I wanted to say. About that, so he showed you though. Those three-
like,
he showed you
yeah.
like those 3 books. He was like, "That's nothing. That's nothing."
Yeah, but sometimes with a lot of young people, I don't think that it's that they don't like school. It's like you said, they're bored.
Bored.
They need to be challenged. They need to be able to be like, oh, this is a difficult subject, and I need to really apply myself. Because if I'm just waltzing through the subject matter or through the work, it's like me. It's like somebody's like in high school, they're playing basketball, or they're playing with the middle school kids. After a while, they're like, I don't feel like playing, you know?
Yeah, like I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And it's somebody that you respect.
Yeah.
He respected you,
Yeah.
right? So he can get that challenge or that little some beautiful plants in here. So that's little plant friends. So we love them. But he respected you, and so like we go to school. Sometimes you don't respect your teachers.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you don't necessarily respect your parents, but there are people around us who are influential and able to be. And he respected you, so he took the challenge. So thank you, thank you, thank you. we are now going to move into the next segment of the show. This segment of the show is called Tap In.
Tap in.
And this is with this lovely wheel. If everybody's been wondering what this wheel is about. So I have this card game. It's a conversation card game because Love Rocks explores the love of people, places, and things. There are 3 categories here, which you will find on the wheel. But there's some other cool things here. We might not even get to this if you land on one of those. Who would like to spin the wheel first? I think, Ainsley, you go first because L'Oreal went first with the
Let me see if I can win.
Don't
Wheel
worry,
of
don't worry. I'm
Fortune.
gonna read it.
I have to go all the way around.
Weak. That was weak.
All right, go on. All right.
Play the game. There we go.
Okay.
You spin it and I did judge. Okay. You pick 2. So you pick 2 categories. People, places, things. So you have to pick 2 categories.
All right.
Cards to answer.
I'll go places.
Okay. I think I might.
And actually, I could pick either people, places, or things.
Yeah.
And people.
Thing. You chose people and you also chose places. Okay, so here you just choose your card. First rule of this game is that you have to read the card out loud.
Okay.
Don't take time to be like, listen. Just read it out. Just read it out loud. Any card.
All
Too
right.
late. Oh, do you need some help?
No.
Just read it out loud.
All right. Share a piece of advice from someone you love that stuck with you. Piece of advice from someone you love that stuck with you. Piece of advice from someone you love that stuck with you. Oh, all right. So sometimes I get frustrated with artists that I work, because we work with a lot of artists all the time.
Yes.
Right? And they'll be like, hey, listen, I want to get here in my career. And we're like, oh, let's work with you. Let's work with you. Let's go in the studio. Let's record. Let's get on the road. Let's go to these cities, do these shows, everything. And then a lot of times you get to a point where like the opportunity comes. We've been working in the studio, recording everything. Somebody famous is like, oh, I love what you're doing. Would you like to go on tour with me? And the person be like, I'm not sure. And then I'm like, oh my God, why would you turn that down, right? And I'm always getting frustrated about that. And L'Oreal said to me one day, to get me to understand, sometimes it's just me putting my thing on, she goes, Ainsley, everybody's dreams is not the same size. And I'm like, oh, so I'm trying to fit my dream on somebody else's life that they might just not want for themselves.
Yeah.
And that like really helped me to be like, hey, whatever I could do to help, I'll do it. But
I'm not getting attached.
Wherever you stop, I'm fine.
I love that. I was hoping that the advice came from L'Oreal. I was like, because we already know she's got gems and nuggets, right? Okay, so places. You chose places.
Places.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me hit this one.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So I might get a different one because
You can't see it.
I'll read it.
No,
She'll read
it might be the red and the black.
It's the red,
Like,
yeah.
Whitney Houston said,
yeah.
I want to dance with somebody who loves me. Where is your ideal place to dance with somebody who loves you?
I would say probably right here.
Right here?
Oh, no.
Because
I
it's
like,
like,
don't say it's
No, because sometimes just me and Lori are here.
yeah.
And we just have a little dance. Put some music and just have a little dance. Just right in here.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful space. It's a good dance floor.
Yeah.
And she is a lovely partner that loves you. So all of these things track.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, L'Oreal, spin the wheel for me, please.
I don't want to get dinged.
It's okay. Oh, you got places too. All righty. Pick a card, any card.
Let me see if you have better eyesight than me.
It gets to be a challenge.
Share a vacation destination you love more than any other. What do you love about it? One of my favorite things about being in Rome, obviously the city's beautiful, but I remember walking on the side of the road and there were people, I forget from which African countries, were selling goods on the side of the road. And me and the friend that I was with at the time, we asked, we were, chatting them up, and then we asked them, where's the party at? Because we saw Black people, Africans, and we were like,
Right. It's time.
where's the real party at? And we got invited to this amazing party where it was just a sea of Black people from different African countries. And the music was going, and I just remember just feeling so elated. And I guess it's hard to say that it's about Italy as much as it was about the people that were around me at the time.
A feeling of like belonging.
Yes, a feeling of belonging and also curiosity of being around all these people that felt new but still felt like family in a way, or like my people.
Yeah.
So I could almost put that in different places. It's not really about Rome so much. So maybe I'm just more connected to people more than places.
Okay. Yeah. So the people in the places.
The people in the places.
Yeah. And it all goes together. It works. So thank you so much for tapping in. See, tapping in. Ding, ding. Guess who loves you?
Hey, LUV ROX, Greg Justice here. To answer the question, there's one thing that I love about L'Oreal and AINSLEY, and I think that can be summarized by saying that I love the way they love, because I believe that love is at the root of what they do and who they are. So everything else that emanates from them or that I like about them is out of how they love, their love for one another, their love for their community, and the love for what they do and the offerings that they bring to the community. So I love the way they love. I love the way they love individually and collectively, and it's greatly appreciated. And I think you can see that and feel that when you're with them, around them, or even when you attend one of their events. So it's all about love for those two, and that's what I love about L'Oreal and AINSLEY. So to you two, I love you both, and LUV ROX, I appreciate what you're doing now as well. So it's all about love.
So I was asked to say one thing about AINSLEY and L'Oreal that I love, but we all know I don't follow directions, so I'm gonna do two. So the first thing is I love the way that they love each other. And I mean, they're just so lock and step together. And when you see them, they just oozing all of that Black love and magic. And it's not even, just them together. It's them in business. It's just everything about them. I just love the way they love on each other. And the second thing is the way that they just embrace me from like the jump. From the first time that we met, it's just been love from them ever since. And so I really, really do appreciate them. And I was excited to do this love surprise for them. So L'Oreal and AINSLEY, I'm so happy to give you your flowers right now. And I love both of you. Wow.
I would say the main thing I appreciate about L'Oreal and AINSLEY is their ability to cultivate spaces that support young emerging Black artists. They give us space to learn how to build a foundation, what success look, and see what success look like, and also to be able to do all that with a sense of swag. I see both of them as two free spirits, and I feel as though, especially during the Top of the World exhibit, that was something that was on display. And being able to be reminded to be proud in your Blackness by comrades, especially in this Black ass city, it's something that it allows you to feel like a free spirit, just like them. And it's something that obviously I definitely appreciate. A lot of us here, other artists on the scene, we all appreciate it. Because once again, it's just that reminder. So thank y'all for doing that. Keep doing it.
We have one additional segment to go, and I call this segment Passing the Love Torch. So basically, just take a moment to think about, now that you've been through this lovely experience, somebody who you would think would be great in your position or on the show to share a story of love?
Someone who's on my mind, and I'd just be so curious about how she would answer these questions. Ada Pinkston.
Okay, that is a good one because Ada she has a very she's deep, obviously, but she
Yes,
also
yes.
has an air of deepness. You know, it's just
And
like
I'm
it's just
curious.
exudes from her. Like, what am I going to
Right.
say? That is so good. Thank you all for those recommendations. I appreciate that. And again, I do thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
For Love Rocks, my first couple episode, which was so easy and seamless. We came up with new stuff. We got tissue time. I mean, come on.
And can I just say, I love that you're doing this. I think
you.
it's a very unique way to really get at the essence of people and conversations that we don't have all the time. So I really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you. That was kind of my point. I'm like, you know, we could sit and we could talk about art, you know, all day.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the bio of our lives. But like the bio that we don't see is what are the building blocks that made us, which all along the way, whether somebody else would describe them as an act of love, like you were. Like so maybe somebody wouldn't call this an act of love. No, it's an act of love to you. And it's like, and that's what we're trying to get to, and who our friends are, who the people are, what made us. So that is what Love Rocks is all about. So thank you for seeing me and sharing that. That means a lot. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Love Rocks, where we explore the love of people, places, and things with our guests, AINSLEY BURROWS and LAURIELLE NOEL. They were amazing. You are amazing. And continue to come back for the next episodes of Love Rocks.